Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Misa and I am crazy about helping you enhance your foundation routine. So if you haven't already, be sure and subscribe. Today we are deep diving into the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. So if you're curious to see how this wears and if the ingredients match up with the claims and if there's anything that we need to be concerned about, go ahead and keep on watching. Let's get into the juicy stuff. First and foremost, I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. This is me doing some research on these foundations. I have both of my resources linked down below if you want to double check anything out. I always highly recommend doing your own research though, because this is made purely for fun. But there is some truth behind these ingredients that I look up. So first and foremost with this foundation, it is made for mature skin. The type of foundation that this is a water and oil / silicone emulsion. So basically what that means is that we're going to be finding a lot of oils, a lot of silicones, and water. That's going to be what this is mainly comprised of. Most foundations have silicone in it, and what's nice about silicone is it really helps to glide smoothly on your skin. It has really low sensitivity for your skin, and it just helps things apply smoother and also helps your skin retain moisture. So usually with silicones, while you'll see a lot of them, it's nothing to be concerned about. Another thing you need to know about this foundation, I'm trying to contain this background here, is that there's SPF 50. A few claims that I haven't touched on is that this is supposed to even your tone and provide a natural radiant finish, which I would agree with. This is a natural radiant finish. And this is also a lightweight formula that doesn't settle into line. I just put it on. We'll see if it settles into lines throughout the day. And then lastly, this is suitable for sensitive skin. First and foremost, it's the first 5 ingredients that make up about, 80% of the product. So those are the ones that we really want to keep an eye out for. The first ingredient is water, which we totally expect. So the next ingredient is dimethicone, which is a good silicone, and it just gently moisturizes. Now we're getting into the oil, which is glycerin, which is the best. It prevents moisture loss and it defends against dryness and it keeps skin looking healthy. So we love seeing this in a foundation. Another fun ingredient that I usually don't see is propanoidile. I'll have it right here, guys. I cannot see these ingredients ever, and it's a good ingredient because it enhances the absorption of products, which this can be good or bad depending on what exactly the ingredients are that we're meant to absorb. This has an ingredient that is majorly sensitizing to your skin. So it doesn't even matter if you have sensitive skin, this is going to break down your skin barrier, and it is a denatured alcohol. And that's right, it falls number 5 on the ingredient list, which is terrible. Oh, it is terrible. So alcohol, denatured alcohol, it breaks down your skin barrier. So if you break out with this, a lot of people break out with this, it's a drying type of alcohol and it aggregates your skin barrier. This ingredient is a hard one because I have a couple foundations that have this ingredient in it, denatured alcohol, and there's something about it that makes a foundation really lightweight. Alcohol dries, and so this helps the foundation dry, but it's not good for your skin at all. The hard thing is denatured alcohol really does leave such a beautiful finish, hence why I'm already obsessed with the finish of this foundation. Next, we're getting into vitamin B3, which is one of their claims, and it's niacinamide. Have you guys ever used niacinamide before? It's an amazing product, especially if you have an overage of sebum production, which is what causes like breakouts. Story of my life. Is it the story of your life? And so it's so fun to see that in there. It's the 6th ingredient, so it's high up there, so we appreciate that. It's hit all the claims as far as what it's offering, except for this hydrating serum complex. And my only guess is that they have just a teeny tiny bit of hyaluronic acid. It's actually one of the last ingredients, as well as aloe vera powder, which is also one of the last ingredients. So to me, they just threw that in to make so their serum claim matched, because honestly, this serum is so low on the ingredient list, it really probably has 0 effect, especially because aloe vera, to be really beneficial, needs to be really high up there on the list. I totally forgot to mention the price. This is $15.99 if you get this at Ulta, and there's 14 different shades. I do feel like there could be a larger shade range. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the wear test, and we will see exactly how this applies. Our favorite part, the application test. First and foremost, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. It's a good one. I talk about it, I don't know, every video. I probably just shouldn't even bring it up anymore. But to me, this oil, it just lightly Well, it's really moisturizing and I have dry skin. Let's go into the foundation. So here's the Age Perfect L'Oreal Serum Foundation Sunscreen SPF 50. My shade is Warm Beige, at least I hope it is. I've gone through a really weird thing where I've gotten too many dark foundations and I put on my makeup and my husband's like, wow, your face is really tan. And so now I'm like toning it back, bringing myself back down to reality. But yes, I'm hoping that this will be perfect. I have a medium skin tone, light to medium skin tone with a neutral undertone right now. So that's what we're going for. I have this little beauty sponge and let's just go ahead and see how it goes. So this is Warm Beige. That's what it's looking like. I think it'll look pretty good. It's pulling a little orange on my hand, just a little bit. And let's go in with this sponge. Okay, yep, I think I did good. Not too dark.
Filming?
Yeah?
Oh. Can you edit it out, I guess. I'm gonna go to meters.
I knew you were gonna do that.
How did you know that?
Because I was like, you clearly, I was just rudely interrupted. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. It was really fun, guys, looking through the ingredient list of this last night, doing some research. I love a good drugstore foundation. It is my jam. There's something about, yes, I love splurging on foundation, but it does take a little bit extra pushing for me to do it because I do get such amazing looks with drugstore foundations. Okay, so this is with one layer with the sponge, and so this does claim it's a natural radiant finish, which I totally agree. There is some radiancy, but it is setting down. If you let this sit down for long enough, I'd imagine you don't even need to set this with a powder. And this is formulated for people with mature skin. I think I'm right there in the middle. I'm 30 years old, you know, I'm about 10, 15, 20 years out, but it's just fun to try out all kinds of different foundations. I would definitely agree with this being a medium coverage because you can still see my freckles, some of my blemishes. So with coverage, it just basically comes up to how much pigment is being added to the foundation. I'm going to go in with a concealer. This is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Beige. I just like this one because, oh my gosh, the glider, it just glides right on with this doe foot applicator. And then I also got it in a more medium shade, so it's not like boom, bam, brightened. The concealer blended out beautifully, gorgeous. Now I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll hop back on and we can see what the finished product looks like. Okay, here is the makeup. I do feel like we are still getting that natural radiant finish. Really quickly, what I used for the rest of my makeup, Hourglass. I mean, I'm a big Hourglass fan, and this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Setting Powder. Just lightly dusted this over the places that I was going to be blending everything out. And then I went in with my Hourglass bronzer. For blush, I used my Patrick Ta blush. Lips, MAC lip liner in the shade Soar. And then I went in with this KKW He's a Mixer. And this is with the collab with Mario. Okay, eyes. Easy. I went in with this Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Gorgeous. I just have it sitting in front of me and it's awesome because everything blends out really well, not too much fallout. Just been really enjoying that. Thing will be in the description box down below in case I forget anything. But this is what it's looking like and I think it looks absolutely fabulous. Everything blended out so beautifully and I don't know, I'm pretty impressed. We'll just have to see how it wears throughout the day as well. Okay, it's been about 4 hours, a little over 4 hours since the foundation has been on, and this is what it's looking like. I will say, I feel like this is a great foundation if you're filming, photography, anything like that, because it does come off really well on film, photography, like I said. But some things I am noticing, I just feel like it's heavy on some of my areas that I crease. So like right here between my brows, my forehead, I can only imagine if you had deeper lines or more mature skin, it might emphasize it even more. So keep that in mind. Overall though, so far, I like this foundation. I just wish it looks better in person and I wish it didn't have denatured alcohol because that sucks. But anyway, I will check in a few more hours and we'll see how it's looking at that. Hello, and we are here for the final check-in. It is 9:30 p.m., which means the foundation has been on for almost 9.5 hours. This is what it's looking like. What do you guys think? So many things I like about this foundation. Just like what I said before, it looks amazing in video. It looks like wow, it looks amazing. I was editing a video I filmed earlier today with this makeup and I was obsessed with it. But the big red flag here is the denatured alcohol. I mean, that is going to break down our skin barrier. So it's a tough one. If you're not worried about your skin barrier breaking with this sensitizing kind of stuff, then go ahead and use it. I haven't quite decided. I'm probably not going to use it after this, even though I want to so bad. I'm attracted to foundations with denatured alcohol. I've noticed, not knowing the ingredients and just using it and liking the finish. That's just the frustrating part. So this is what it's looking like. I can see why a lot of people like it. I can see it. But do your research on the denatured alcohol and cosmetics. Do your research, see what you think. You guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And wow, that did not sound natural at all. Basically what I'm asking for you to do is to like this video. Oh man. All right, you guys. Have a great night. Bye.
Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a